Fear the Walking Dead brought us the Otto family, and in our opinion, it brought us its best season to this point. Welcome back to Fog Entertainment. We're here to rank every single Fear the Walking Dead Season 3 episode, and in typical Walking Dead fashion, there's 16. Now, of course, there is a few seasons where they change up the mantelpiece on that regard, but we have to start in 16th place, and that is Episode 3, Season 3, of course. I'm not going to say Season 3 every time, so I'm just going to say Episode 3 here, and we gave it a whopping 2.5 out of 10. By far the lowest rated episode of the season in our eyes. Well, say by far, by a decent bit, right? And this one was called TEOTWAWKI. This episode sucked, right? It was basically an introduction to the dam, and it did not do anything. It was really bad. I'm sorry. The dam part of this season really sucked. Now, yeah, the finale, I mean, it was a bit explosive in there, having the dam explode, but the rest of it with Daniel and co, it was really fucking boring. So this is going to get a 2.5 out of 10 here, and it comes in at deservedly at last place. Episode 10, Season 3, we have got The Diviner. We've got The Diviner. It is Madison. Reuniting with Strand. That's my best Strand impersonation. We gave this episode a 3.5 out of 10, so, you know, a 1 increase from the last episode. So there you have it. And again, it just did not do anything for me. The militia was moving on the native guards, but then, hey, we gotta spell a new well, damn it. You gotta do it. A well back at the camp, not really doing much, perfectly honest. Then we had the finale of Season 3, Sleigh Ride Down. We gave this a 4 out of 10. In terms of million viewers across the board, it did 2.23. Which, I mean, if you're doing in the twos, it's not too bad, but considering what this show started out on in Season 1, these ratings are pretty diabolical. To be honest, of course, we have the dam exploding here. Pretty much every minor character in this season, or like slightly a bit more than minor, dies. Everyone lives. Oh no. Walker and Crazy Dog are sniping them. The water goes. Alicia and Madison wake up in a scary part of town. But most importantly, it was 2 days for my birthday this episode came out. So we care so much about your birthday. Big Stevie, thank you. Thank you very much. Coming up in 13th place, we've got episode 4. This one was called 100. Day 100. Yeah, the title is not actually Day 100. The title of the episode is reference to the amount of people that Daniel has killed by the end of the episode. So yeah, he kills Dante and the bodyguard, and he hands the dam over to Lola, and he spares Strand's life at the same time. He gave us a 4 out of 10 for episode 4. Coming up though, in 12th place, we have got episode 5. This one was called Burning in Water, Drowning in Flame. Yeah, of course, one of the founding members gets killed by a fire here. You get Nick and Jeremiah laughing. Hi, you can have my antique revolver, Nick. Oh, yeah. Luciana leaves later that night. Wah, wah, wah. Then, yeah, Daniel drops Strand off at the hotel to try and leave him. We see Jake and Alicia start a relationship as well. Coming in 10th place, 11th place, we've got episode 13. In 11th place, we've got This Land Is Your Land. This didn't really do much for me. You've essentially got Alicia wanting to live her own life. To me, this was fucking cringy. It was absolutely embarrassing, this episode. I actually was surprised it's so high up. I mean, there was a lack of oxygen. It's like, what would you not attempt going out the front door before all fucking dying? Seriously. Coming in 10th place, we've got episode 6. This one was called Red Dirt. Getting another 4 out of 10. So we've got a bunch of 4 out of 10s in a row here. You love it. You love to see that, don't you? Of course, in this episode, we see Madison, Nick, and Jeremiah find Gretchen and her family murdered, and then they all realize that Troy was responsible. But Madison then lies and tells them it was actually Walker that did it. Then Alicia ends the episode by running after Jake. Coming up in 9th place, we've got episode 12. This one's called Brother's Keeper. Of course, in this episode, we do have the death of Jake, which, you know, I guess Troy and Nick were both responsible, but I would pin more blame on Nick, to be honest. Nick actually is the one that fucking, like, you know, attacked him. Yeah, you could say he was trying to save Troy's life, but at the end of the day, he's the one that got him killed, in my personal opinion. Then we got up next at 8th place at the halfway mark, coming in with a 5 out of 10. We have got episode 2, The New Frontier. Of course, Travis dies. And to my knowledge, we never actually find Travis's body. So there you go. We've also got Strand letting a few refugees into the hotel this episode, and we're introduced, or reintroduced to y'all, because of course we did get introduced to him at the back end of season 2. But anyway, 7th place, we've got episode 11. This one is La Serpententa, amigo, huh? Got Madison, Strand, and Walker. They're driving the tanker to New Mexico. And yeah, then we're gonna have a big meeting. It was like basically the big meeting with the dams. Like, all right, we're gonna meet up in 5 days, and Daniel will show you Ophelia. Right, up next we've got El Matador coming in 6th place again. That's got another 5 out of 10. You've got Ophelia falling off the back of the water truck. Not exactly great for her. You also get Ophelia dying, pretty major character death. And Daniel finds her, gets to her just a wee bit too late, Daniel, aren't you? Just a wee bit too late. Coming in though, in 5th place, we've got episode 15, Things Bad Begun. I mean, in terms of an episode title, it's not exactly spectacular, is it? But yeah, I mean, if you're introduced to like that Diana and Alicia and they're running, it's like, oh, then they end up running into, you know, an outlaw motorcycle gang led by Lincoln Potter, who's in reality, he's called John Proctor. I mean, how shit is that? He's a president of a motorcycle club, right? But they're calling him John Proctor. Alright, Jack Sam Crow. Alright, Opie Sam Crow. Alright, Chib Sam Crow. What? That just wouldn't happen, man. Anyway, got 5 out of 10. Moving up into the 4th spot, where I've got the top 4 here. We are whopping 5.5 out of 10. We have got episode 9, and this one is called Miniature. Absolute miniature, damn it. What is going on here? Well, I'll tell you what's going on here. It's the aftermath of Jeremiah's death. Troy's essentially booted out the ranch after his whole, attack in his father's house, defending it to the end. 7th place. Well, I'll say 7th place. Episode 7 comes up in our first podium spot of the lot. We got Jake and Alicia confronting the Indians at the Black Cat, and Jake gets his forehead cut, doesn't he? I mean, I think it was this episode. I just don't really understand, though, like, why he thought going there would have been a good idea, but yeah, then I feel like it's dropped off, and then she starts dishing out the crippling illness, and then they run after her, because you're the one that did it, Alicia, or Ophelia. Coming in 2nd place, got the mid-season finale. This one was called Children of Wrath. Of course, we've got Strand burning the Abigail. We've got Jeremiah's death, which was, the biggest point probably this season for me. But it got a 6 out of 10. Only episode to get a 6 out of 10, because coming in uno, we had Eye of the Beholder. They crammed a lot into this episode. It was the highest rated episode of this season. The only episode that was actually in the freeze. It did a 3.11. And I tell you what, it was a good episode. 7 out of 10. You can't complain with a 7 out of 10 episode for me. You can't. I mean, what can you honestly really say about it? Easily the best episode of the show, and I think like 1 and 2, like the mid-season finale and the premiere, are like episodes that would fit in with like prime Walking Dead. I'm not trying to say like the characters are as great as like the best Walking Dead characters, but they wouldn't feel amiss in the show. I feel like the rest of the other episodes would. But anyway, guys, that's it. Ranking every Fear the Walking Dead season 3 episode. But until next time, peace.